Sagittarius, hello and welcome to your February 1st to the 15th, 2021. This is an overall 5-card tarot energy reading for this time period of February 1st through the 15th of 2021. I'm just cleaning the area here with some sage, get a nice clean space, clean our cards, clean energy. Awesome. So first, Sagittarius, thank you very much for clicking on this video. I appreciate it. If you would like to support this channel, I greatly would appreciate it. The YouTube algorithms depend on several things in order to market channels to a larger audience, and that is, one, subscribe to this channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it will definitely help market my channel with the algorithms. And if you already subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Like the video, of course. Click on the notification buttons, and of course, if any part of the reading resonated with you, please leave a comment below. I would love to hear about it. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's totally okay, because it is a general reading. So thank you with that. Again, Sagittarians, this is a general reading for the larger collective of Sagittarians. It's informational purposes. The information may not resonate with all Sagittarians, and that is okay. Take what fits and let the rest go. Below in the description is more in-depth understanding about what the 5 cards are here in this reading. So you can please read the description below, and that will help you. And the first card here represents the past influences, usually the last 30, 60 days, sometimes for the past 6 months. It's overall energy. Second card here represents your present energy during this time frame. Third card here represents your future energies, things that are on the cusp. Fourth card here represents any challenging energies during this time frame, mainly things to be aware of, and usually presented in a way of choices that you can make based on your own free will. And the fourth card here is your outcome challenges for this time frame, or outcome energies. So let's start off here. We have King of Wands here. This is in your past influences. So angels and spirit guides, please help us understand for our Sagittarians why the King of Wands is here in their past influences during this time frame, please. Well, I'm picking up the energy for most Sagittarians that in the past 30, 60, even back into June, and part of it could have been related to COVID that was affecting globally. But you know, many Sagittarians were sort of taking stock, you know, sort of understanding and wanting to reflect on, are you living your life with intent? Did you have a vision? Did you have a long-term goal? It was a time for sort of reevaluation, and you know, you were sort of evaluating what your long-term goals were and were they truly possible. You know, it was basically using a sense of maturity to see what your vision is, and are you able to achieve that vision, and do you need to make some sort of modification with it. It was, you know, in some cases for some Sagittarians it could have been a wake-up call, and I'm not picking up that it was anything minor. It was just an opportunity sort of self-reflection and sort of self-assessment of what it is that you wanted to do, and where do you want it to be, and who do you want in your life, etc. Those type of things. And I think you were realizing it was important, if you weren't doing it already, but it was important to not go with the flow anymore. It was basically important for many Sagittarians to sort of embark on some sort of direction, and you know, and develop some sort of direct and course of action for yourself. Particularly because you were inspired by, at this time in your past influences, by more long-term sustainable success. It was, you were wanting to look at things that's going to have more of a lasting impact, and in many ways, the King of Wands here in your past influences represented a fire energy, and it's a masculine form, not based on male or female. It's just a masculine form of energy. However, you know, the king here in this card reading, this wasn't, you know, interested in about creating or creation or creativity or dreaming up ideas. This was about implementing them. You know, and for many Sagittarians, you know, you not only had an idea, but you realized how important it was to get other people involved because you needed them in order to help actualize it. So, in many cases, the King of Wands here is appearing in your past influences because, it symbolized that for many Sagittarians, you were stepping in sort of a role of a visionary leader, and you were, in many cases, directing other people to a common goal about what it is that you wanted to achieve. And now, whether this was a personal vision, but it also could be work related or anything that you needed to do for your family or work or group or something like that. But you sort of stepped into the visionary role that and took on a sort of a natural ability to direct people. And you really had many of you had a clear vision of where you wanted to go, and in order to manifest that vision, you needed the support of others around you. And you basically found in many cases that others sort of naturally gravitated towards this energy that you had. It was a charismatic. You were focused, you were determined, and in many cases people that were closest to you believed in you and your vision, and they wanted to be a part of it, what you were sort of manifesting here, and wanted to demonstrate that they were supportive of you. So you it was sort of just a goal redirection of energies. I'm also picking up that for some Sagittarians, the appearance of the King of Wands in the past influences, there was sort of you were presented with opportunities that were more personal and more challenging for yourself, and those it was encouraging many Sagittarians that you had the power to take on challenges, that in many cases you are the person in control of your life, not other situations. So if you wanted to be successful, the message that many Sagittarians were receiving, that you not only had to fully commit to this, you also had to be involved in it to make sure that it blossomed and it grew. And it was the message that many Sagittarians were receiving is that you can create any outcome that you wish. You just have to be mindful of your intentions and your vision, because you held the power to make those changes. Yeah. In our present energy for our Scorpios, we have Temperance. Now, Temperance is a major arcana card, and angels and spirit guides, please help us understand why the Temperance card is in the upright position for our Sagittarians during this present energy at this time, please. Well, Sagittarians, there's an alchemy with the Temperance card. This particular card it sends a message about blending, mixing, and combining diverse elements in a way that creates something that's new and even more valuable than its separate parts. The importance of blending can take on many forms. It could be a blended family. It could be an artist who blends different materials and techniques, a bartender who mixes drinks to create new cocktails, or even a chef who creates different cuisines. It's that sort of blending. It's blending for a unique or creative outcome in some way. The Temperance card here for many Sagittarians is, I'm picking up the energy, is that you're having a clear and long-term vision about what you want to achieve, and this is playing off of your past influences here. And many of you right now, it's not necessarily important that you rush things along. This is about taking your time to ensure that you do the best job that you can, and it's important that you understand and that you take a moderate and guided approach in order to reach those long-term sustaining goals. In some cases, the Temperance card here for Sagittarians is that you want to take a middle path, and perhaps you're wanting to accommodate all perspectives that you're presented with. So in this case, the universe is encouraging you and asking you to be mindful that now is not the time to be highly opinionated or controversial. It's important to be a peacekeeper and to take a balanced and moderate approach. It's encouraging you to avoid any extremes. And it's encouraging you to include others and bring together a diverse group of people to create whatever harmony that you need, and the cooperation of others is important. The message here, Sagittarians, is that whatever you're working on, working together, you're going to collectively leverage the right mix of talents and your experiences and abilities and skills. Temperance calls upon Sagittarians to remain calm right now. And even if life feels a little stressful or frantic, it's important to maintain an even temperament and manage your emotions. So if many Sagittarians have already learned to sort of keep a composed sort of nature in stressful situations, you're gonna do well. Don't let the little things get to you, and because you're going to find yourself with an abundant source of patience, and you're going to learn that the importance of respecting the balance of tranquility is what will help you sort of experience fulfillment in your own personal life. Again, for Sagittarians, the temperance here in your present energy is about bringing balance, patience, and moderation into your life. You're being invited right now to stabilize your energy and to allow this life force to flow through you without any sort of force or resistance. And it's important for you to sort of recover your flow and get back into some sort of order and balance that's good for you. And it's a very positive card to be in right now. So that's awesome for Sagittarians. In our third card are future energies. We have the Two of Wands in the upright position. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand why the Two of Wands is in the upright position for our Sagittarians during this future energies, please. Well, for the future energies here, Sagittarians, the Two of Wands takes a sort of inspirational spark. In other words, it wants to turn ideas and creativity into an action plan. And in some cases, Sagittarians, perhaps you've already have done a discovery phase of these ideas that you're wanting to achieve, or what you want to manifest for your long-term goal. And right now, you have to figure out how. And you're going to be having to explore your options and carefully plotting what the path ahead of you is. And it's important to look at the accounting of all possibilities and potential challenges that you may face. The good news is, the energy that you're feeling is that you're open to growth and exploring, a lot of new territories. And you're going to be able to do that as long as you maintain a level of certainty that your efforts will work out in the end. And so the key here is you have to have faith in yourself and trust your intuition. Sagittarians, with the Two of Wands, it's picking up, for some Sagittarians, that perhaps you're not quite ready to make the move right now, but that's okay. It's more important that you establish a clear plan before you're proceeding. So if you haven't, established that clear plan, you need to at some point. And the Two of Wands here is about discovery. And it's asking you to sort of step outside your comfort zone and to explore, the new experiences and new opportunities and new options, and look at, pick things under the rock that you may not have looked at. This is about being creative and just looking at all possibilities that you may have. Yes, Sagittarians, it may take some courage to set it out, but with the card here, the Two of Wands here is giving you the confidence of self-knowledge, and understand that whatever your goal is, you're going to eventually fulfill it. So let your intuition and your passion guide you, Sagittarians, as you can, sort of confirm your next steps by mapping it out. The Two of Wands here also indicates that, again, as we saw in the past cards, that you're considering your long-term goals and your aspirations, and you're wanting to work for something that's sustainable, so that you can achieve that. So this is about, when you're ready, when you feel you are ready to take this change, you will be able to do it, and you're going to do it with a long-term future in mind. So, this could involve, for some, overseas travel. It could be further education. It could be some sort of significant career change or switch. It could be just a change in your immediate environment that you need to make. But with a little bit of careful planning and a moderate approach, Sagittarians, you're going to set yourself up for success. The twos, keep in mind here in tarot, often represent decisions of some sort. So with this particular two, Sagittarians, you may make the choice between sticking with what you know and or taking a risk. So it's important that you understand, the world I'm picking up the energy that the world has something bigger for you right now, and something more meaningful to offer you, Sagittarians. So you just have to realize that you must, in some cases, leave your familiar grounds in order to capitalize, on this opportunity. Even though, if you've already invested, a lot of, energy into a current circumstance, what the universe is asking you to do is that it's imperative that you at least step out and explore what your options are, and don't settle, because you could be very much surprised. In your challenges energies, you have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright position. Angel and Spirit guides, please help us understand why the Nine of Pentacles here is in our challenging energies for our Sagittarians in this time frame, please. Excuse me. Well, this is good news. Typically the Nine of Pentacles speaks of financial independence. So this is great. This is about wanting to, and the ability to create an abundance and independence, with the goal of taking care of yourself in the long term. There's a theme here: taking care of yourself in the long term, Sagittarians. It's encouraging you to invest wisely and seek financial advice in order to make the most of your wealth right now. It's encouraging you to do not rely on others to support you. The nine here in the tarot is about independence, and it's a key. So, Sagittarians, I'm picking up that your challenge is that for those of you that have already worked hard to create sort of this abundance in your life, the Nine of Pentacles is basically a good sign to say that you can finally enjoy, your fruits of your labor, and you can pat yourself on the back because of your independent efforts, your self-confidence, and your discipline, because you were able to attain and well-deserved success and created a stable foundation for your material wealth and comfort, and that's what's critical about the Nine of Pentacles right now. So with this card here in your challenges is that it's encouraging you to relax and enjoy the luxuries. So if you're still working way over hard, your challenge here is to either keep working way over hard or take a break, and it's encouraging you to take a break. It's also encouraging you to sort of not be scared to splurge or indulge or pamper yourself, Sagittarians, because it's important to reward yourself for your hard work, even if for small achievements. Treat yourself to a special occasion or personal gift. If you've been worried by COVID in the last year, and you were saving every dime because you were worried if something could happen, it's great that you were saving. It was great that you were planning ahead. But right now, the Nine of Pentacles is saying is that give yourself a little bit of break, and you don't have to save as much. Still use common sense, but reward yourself, reward your family. If you were becoming that extreme saver, it's just saying have balance right now. And find some balance, and you will do well. So yeah, again, I'm just picking up that the Pentacles in general, focuses on material wealth and material gain, and this card right now here in your challenges is the energy of a combination between harmony with the environment and you being in it, and it's encouraging you, Sagittarians, to appreciate the beauty and the abundance that's going to be found not only in nature, but also encouraging you to harness this sort of high vibe energy, to enjoy the pleasure in your life and enjoy the pleasure of your hard work. So that old saying of take time to smell the roses, this is sort of what this is implying here. You may want to enjoy gardening or floristry, or take a walk. Enjoy beauty in the nature, some picnics and some walks in the park. Just enjoy it, and even briefly, it's just saying to yourself, it's critically that you pay attention to this. Oops. And finally, in our outcomes, we have the Chariot. Now, this is also a major icona card in tarot. So, Angel and Spirit guides, please help us understand why the Chariot here is in the outcomes for our Sagittarians during this time frame, please. Well, Sagittarians, you're hitting it on the nail. That with your outcome energies, the Chariot here is about willpower and determination and strength. And I'm picking up that many, Sagittarians discovered how to make those decisions and the importance of being in alignment with your values. And this is going to encourage you now to take action on those decisions. With the Chariot here appearing in your outcomes, this is a sign of encouragement. And if you, Sagittarians have set your objectives and are, channeling your inner power with a fierce dedication to bring them forward, it's going to happen. When you apply this sort of discipline, Sagittarians, and this commitment and your willpower, you're going to achieve the goals that you want, and you're going to succeed. And that's a very positive message here. Keep in mind, Sagittarians, now is not the time to be passive and hope that things are going to work out in your favor. This is about taking and continuing a focused action and stick to the course sort of a direction. Yes, you may have some challenges. It may not necessarily be easy in many ways, but it's encouraging you to understand that we learn from our challenges, and to enjoy the process is most important. Those challenges, bring us strength and conviction when they're tested. So, if you find others are trying to block you or distract you or drag you down, remember, the Chariot is an invitation to draw upon that willpower, and it's encouraging you to hone in on what is essential to you and what's important to you, so that you can push past any of these sort of obstacles. So, for some Sagittarians, if you're feeling curious, as to whether you have what it takes to achieve your aims and your goals on some sort of project that you're involved in, or a long-term goal, the Chariot here in your outcomes is a sign that you're going to be successful as long as you keep your focus and remain confident in your abilities. Remember, it's important that you use your willpower and your self-discipline, and you concentrate on the tasks that you're wanting to achieve. Sagittarians, this isn't a time to cut corners or take the easy route. If you do, you're most likely going to have more obstacles and perhaps fail. See this endeavor right now as a test of your strength and your conviction, and understand that this is going to be this victory is going to be in reach with you, Sagittarians. But it is up to you to follow through, and that's the universe's message. The Chariot here, Sagittarians, is going to call upon yourself to assert yourself and be courageous. It's encouraging you to be bold in expressing your desires and laying down boundaries, which is critically important. And don't let others get in your way unnecessarily. More importantly, it's about having faith in yourself and knowing fundamentally who you are at your core and what you stand for. This is building off of your own personal belief systems and values that we have. And it's, remember the laws of attraction and think positive. Positivity will attract positivity in all areas of your life. So this is awesome, Sagittarians. Very, very good, nice reading for you. There we have it. So Sagittarians, thank you so much. Again, if you will please subscribe to the channel, click the like video button, leave a comment if anything resonated with you. I'd appreciate it. Click the notification bells. That's also awesome. If you've already done that, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So there we have it. If you feel free to leave a comment, if you felt any part of the reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. I would appreciate it. If it didn't resonate with you, it's totally okay. Remember, it's a general reading, and just leave it for somebody else. So I thank you very much, Sagittarians, and hope you're doing well, and have a happy Valentine's Day, and we will see you at the last 2 weeks of February. So enjoy, and thank you very much.